Alright YouTube, just going to show you a little setup for my skis for the winter. It's a crude little rack that I've made up that I can slide back and forth and still have room in the bed for doing other things. 2014 Toyota pickup, your sizes will vary. The bed for this is rough just 2x4s. There's 5/8 inch ply on the back. It's a 4 foot by 5 foot 5 inches. You'll see why that was full in my other pickup bed, but it's a little shorter in this one, and that's going to help put other things in the back. So then we've got our weight, which I usually run 2 bags of 70-pound sand, and then these are small porch foundation blocks that you can set right on the ground. They've got cross hatch for 2x4s in the center, and you'll see those lay out in a 4-part grid that this frame sits in, and it locks it in with the 4 corners on the top pegs, and I'll show you that once I get this done. So that the box can roll, I've got these simple rollers, although I'd like to probably have used rubber ones and something that cinched in better than at the center. It has a center stud, and I subsequently had to brace it because they would twist on it. But those run between the track on the back so that it stays in alignment in the bed. That's just a 1x1. I think those are from my garden stakes, just screwed to the bottom of the plywood. I did mention that this is 5/8 on the bottom here. I think you could easily get away with a 1/2 inch on there. It would lighten it up a little bit. But one person can handle all of these parts and put them together easily, and it runs pretty smoothly. So I'll show you the next part in a minute. So here's the basic undercarriage of the ski tray that I'm building. So it's a simple 2x4 construction I showed you earlier. You can see how it slips into the concrete footings, which also are acting as additional weight in the bed. But still leaves me some room inside to get full pieces down the center, 2x4s and such, or other equipment. And I'll show you what the rope is for afterwards. Also, you'll notice that the board in the back is perpendicular, and the one up front here is horizontal. And I did that so that I could get things underneath here better than as in the back where the space is limited because of the orientation of the 2x4. But that's that. Now I'll put the bed onto the rollers. So now you can see the bed in the back of the bed, the tray, and you'll see how the wheels ride underneath. You've got that piece of framing to keep it from sliding side to side. I meant to mention as well that the sandbags actually go a little bit over to the sides, and that actually keeps the blocks from sliding at all in the bed, although I've never had them slide even a bit, stopping or starting fast. So I've just got this propped up here. I'm going to take it down. And there, easy slides out. So I can, it's all the way out. I can bring this all the way out if I want. And it'll tip down. I can load whatever I want in there. Skis, boots, poles, bags. Slides right back in. I usually keep additional tools or sand in my back of my truck. And this will give you an idea of the space that's left over from this spacing on this. that you can fit a 5-gallon can in the back, and that holds the thing tight so that the tray there doesn't slide at all in the back of the bed. And it also gives you some full bed height for stuff if you want to store extra bags and stuff in the back, as well as there's enough room to store. I have a toolbox that fits nicely, a Tuppermade one, fits nicely right in the back there. So here's the ski rack for the back of the truck. It's funny what, I can still get stuff in on the side as well, all the way down. And then I've got this room underneath. And if I had a bucket, I just need to pull it. But you can see it's got a good clearance between the Tondo cover and the ski tray there. It's about split about halfway, I'd say. It's hard to see in the dark there, but there's plenty of room up in there. If you need to get at it, just pull your big stuff out of the way, pull it right out. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to mention. I didn't mention it before, is what this rope was that I had on there. Well, if I don't have anything else in the back, in order to ensure the tray doesn't slide much, that rope is stretched a little bit, I'll have to retie it. I just put a little lock. Lock it over that, and then it won't slide at all. So that's just a secondary lever if I don't have anything that's large enough like this barrel to hold it tight in the bed. So I thought I'd wrap this up by showing you how the skis and luggage go into this rack. So you see here's my little latch. You can see that folds right down like that. So my skis are a little diagonal here because I think they're 175s, and as I mentioned before, the bed is like 165. So you could make the bed a little longer if you didn't want to put your skis in like this, but I've had 5-6 pairs of skis, poles, and everything else in here like this without any trouble. See? Ski bag, skis in here. Let's close it up. Other ski bag, Transpac. That's right in there. High and tidy. Just pull it back out. Pull the bag out to go. Pull the rack out. And there you have it. Alright, well I'm going to wrap this up because it's snowing out. So maybe this weekend. Take care.